Hello, Tamara here for lesson number 5. All right, we're going to do some breathing exercise here, and this time we're going to be holding the breath at the top and do a slower exhale. So just follow my lead, sit firmly in your chair or stand tall and feet flat on the floor or ground. Close or relax your eyes, whatever you're most comfortable with. So breathing in. Hold. Exhale. Breathing in. Hold. Exhale. Breathing in. Hold. Exhale. Very good. Just relax as you listen to today's lesson. Lesson number 5. I am never upset for the reason I think. This idea, like the preceding one, can be used with any person, situation, or event you think is causing you pain. Apply it specifically to whatever you believe is the cause of your upset, using the description of the feeling in whatever term seems accurate to you. The upset may seem to be fear, worry, depression, anxiety, anger, hatred, jealousy, or any number of forms, all of which will be perceived as different. This is not true. However, until you learn that form does not matter, each form becomes a proper subject for the exercises for the day. Applying the same idea to each of them separately is the first step in ultimately recognizing they are all the same. When using the idea for today for a specific perceived cause of an upset in any form, use both the name of the form in which you see the upset and the cause which you ascribe to it. For example, I am not angry at blank for the reason I think. I am not afraid of blank for the reason I think. But again, this should not be substituted for practice periods in which you first search your mind for sources of upset in which you believe and forms of upset which you think result. In these exercises, more than in the preceding ones, you may find it hard to be indiscriminate and to avoid giving greater weight to some subjects than to others. It might help to precede the exercises with the statement, there are no small upsets. They are equally disturbing to my peace of mind. Then examine your mind for whatever is disturbing you, regardless of how much or how little you think it is doing so. You may also find yourself less willing to apply today's idea to some perceived sources of upset than to others. If this occurs, think first of this: I cannot keep this form of upset and let the others go. For the purposes of these exercises, then I will regard them all the same. Then search your mind for no more than a minute or so and try to identify a number of different forms of upset that are disturbing you, regardless of the relative importance you may give them. Apply the idea for today to each of them, using the name of both the source of the upset as you perceive it and the feeling as you experience it. Further examples are, I am not worried about blank for the reason I think. I am not depressed about blank for the reason I think. 3 or 4 times during the day is enough. Okay, here's the interesting thing. You were not born upset. I was not born upset. You were not born feeling fear. And neither is anyone else. Fear, upsetness, anger, frustration, it's learned. In fact, it's even deeply embedded in our ego structure because, God bless them, we're not blaming anybody, but our parents and our teachers and our religious leaders and our governmental leaders and all those that we have learned from throughout our life since very early childhood are also deeply embedded in fear, which, remember, thought creates form. So if you're having a fearful thought, you're creating something that is fear-based, like upset, frustration, annoyance, blame, guilt. You get the gist. So we're on a personal growth and spiritual evolvement journey here together. And to step out of victim consciousness and into master consciousness means to actually control our thoughts and our feelings. And that's what today's lesson is about. And I guess the last thing I want to mention, that in a relationship, if you're triggered by something, you're upset or you're angry, just notice that the root of it, that upset, is your own fear about something. Maybe not being loved or heard. I know that was mine, right? But also notice that the other person that's triggering you, and if you're involved in this back and forth kind of blaming, guilt, or finger pointing, or whatever it may be, that person is also in fear. Their fear got triggered as well. It's not who we are, not how we were born into this world, but it's certainly how our mind, how our brains have been trained throughout the years. And so we are beginning this journey, this amazing journey of creating a mind shift change, which the Course in Miracles refers to as a miracle. Very exciting. Okay, so thank you for coming. Keep coming back. I know this is challenging, but trust me, have faith. It is so worth it. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.